How is it that Jesus and the Spirit of God brings the church into this depth of intimacy which is eternal? The answer is through suffering witness. All the churches, the 7 churches at the beginning of the book of Revelation, were under immense pressure to compromise with the spirit of the age, and particularly Caesar worship. Those who held fast to the testimony of Jesus, which is the spirit of prophecy, endured severe persecution. It's the suffering, persecuted church which remains faithful to the testimony of Jesus, which understands the depth of insight into heavenly things which fill the book of Revelation. It's this deep longing and deep understanding of eternity which is so deeply needed by the compromised church today. So some of the teachings which I'll be doing, which will address the question, what does it mean to be a witnessing church that remains faithful to the testimony of Jesus in the midst of the sort of persecution which is often subtle and insidious that we experience here in the city of Perth. Because the more we remain faithful to Jesus under duress and struggle, the more insight God will give us into heavenly realities, so that the witness of the whole of the book of Revelation becomes something that comes very close to us. Instead of being a book that's strange and symbolic and otherworldly and quite frankly scary for a lot of people, these things become treasured in our hearts and very close to us. So that is the purpose of this conference, that the church might understand, what's it like to be married to the most beautiful person that's ever lived. What's it like to be prepared for marriage to the most beautiful person that's ever lived? Well, there's a crisis today, and part of the crisis in our country has to do with the breakdown of marriage, and particularly the proposal for same-sex or equal marriage. We must ask the question, why has the church, or how has the church failed to image the beauty of marriage in such a way that these things, these unthinkable things, are upon us? And what is God's purpose and plan to restore the image of the beauty of marriage as represented by Christ and the church to our country, and to bring the light of Christ, the heavenly bridegroom, into the midst of our society?